Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon. Click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. It's Tuesday, April 20th, 3:22 p.m. New York time. Markets close in about 40 minutes. Let's look at the performance of the equity indexes. Cash. Starting off with the S&P 500. Each candle is a week. Since it's Tuesday, it's not done yet. So the current week is inside candle. If you'd like to know what that means, you can watch my past videos or join my Patreon. The NASDAQ 100 is red for the week. We're already trading lower. Again, I say trading lower than last week. Dow Jones Industrial Average also is inside candle. The Russell 2000 is red, trading below the low of last week and the prior week. Big sell-off. The Dow Jones Transports also inside candle. Small body, just like the prior, making calls for spinning tops. Dow Utilities, wow, green for the week, new high. No surprise. They are not growth stocks. They're considered value for their dividends. Yeah, not what you want to see if you want to have growth in your investment. That's what most people focus on the NASDAQ 100, but it's selling off. Let's look at the S&P 500 sectors. How many sectors are there in there? 11 sectors make up the S&P 500. What's the performance of them? Well, XLK is very similar to the NASDAQ 100. It's technology. And this sector, the technology sector, is the biggest part that weighs average in the S&P 500. And it's red. Already took out the low of last week. Think we're going to find leadership in any of these sectors? Let's keep looking. XLV, leadership, new high, trading green. That's in a trend to the upside, strong like bull. XLV, the healthcare sector, makes up almost 15% of the S&P 500. So if you're in any of the stocks that are in the sector of healthcare, they should be performing equal or better than the stock ETF, XLV. If your stock is not performing equal or better, you'd be better off in the stock ETF. Remember that. XLF, the financials. Yep, it's selling off. It's already below the low of last week. A lot of financials did earnings the past few days. XLY, red, trending down, already took out the low of last week. XLC, also red, small trading range. XLI, red, selling off lower than the low of last week. Not leadership. XLP, new high. It's trending to the momentum to the upside. Nice. XLE, new low. Already broke below this consolidation. So we see the consolidation here, and then it broke down, made another consolidation. So you're doing a staircase pattern lower low. And now we already broke what was the demand zone is where buyers were, already broke below that. Again, the current week's not done yet, so we don't know what's going to happen until it happens. What I mean by that is, are we going to close green for the week? Are we going to close green but below the low of this demand zone? A lot of things to be concerned about. That's why you do your homework. XLU, green, trending higher, strong like bull. New high for the year. This is the high of last year. Let's actually go zoom out to make sure that. Nope. That was not that. There was the high of last year, that yellow horizontal line. So we are on a new high for this year, but we haven't taken out the high of last year. That's XLU, X-ray Lima uniform. X-ray Lima Romeo Echo, oof, strong like bull. High for the week, trending up. And we're hitting that yellow horizontal line. Means, yes, we took out the high of last year. That's good. These sectors, the last year I showed you, that are trending, are not your preferred growth stocks. Yeah, very interesting. Let's go on to the Faang. Have you heard of Faang? Faang Plus? Faang Plus stocks. Apple, it's red for the week, but we did make a higher high than last week and trading back inside that range. Excuse me. And notice the others I showed you that were red for the week, many of them had taken out the low of last week. Apple has not taken out the low of last week. This is a consolidation. That's good. That's good. We haven't even pulled back enough to test the middle of this prior week. That's good. The week's not over yet. More panic might be coming in, but that's good right here. They're holding there strong. But again, Apple is not at the high. Here's the high of this year. Microsoft, new high for the year. Outstanding leadership. Momentum's to the upside. While it's currently red for the week, we still haven't taken out the low of the prior week. That's good. So takeaway is the strong stocks, even if it's red right now, it hasn't taken out the low of last week and it made a new high for the year. Leadership, Microsoft, consideration very much for being in your portfolio. Yeah, focus on it. Leadership. Notice all the other stocks I just showed you and see how much better the charting is on Microsoft and how much better the price action is. Leadership. Nothing wrong with getting out of your stocks every month, every year, every 3 months to stay on top of leadership. Don't ever marry stocks. Amazon, red for the week, already trading below the low of last week. Not good. That is not leadership. Here was the high of this year, and here's the high of last year. Amazon is struggling still. Microsoft is better at the current charting. Facebook, yep, trending down, red for the week, already broke below that inside candle. So we have the momentum to the downside and trending down the downside. Let's see how deep we go for retracement. Not leadership right now. Google, new high for the year. Outstanding. Took out the high of last week too. Outstanding. Small trading range. That's good. Another leadership. Microsoft and Google. Notice what they are. They're software. They are software kind of companies. Not much in hardware. Tesla, inside candle for the week. Nope, it's not at the high for the year. It's struggling. November Victor Delta Alpha, also inside candle, not at the high, but still holding up good because it didn't take out the low of last week. That is good, and that was a huge move up from last week. Still looking good up here, this November Victor Delta Alpha. Netflix made a new high for the week. And it hasn't taken out the low of last week. That's good. But it's still an consolidation, nor did it take out the high of this year yet. Bravo Alpha, Bravo Alpha. Wow. Red for the week, below the low of last week. Didn't even try to test the high of last week, just sold off. back into that gap from last week. The trend has been down. This yellow horizontal line, that was the high of this year. This yellow horizontal line was the high of last year. Distribution has been going on for many months. So if you've been buying this when it dips and think you're getting bargains, yeah, and then it rolls over, and then it rolls over. It's been distribution since last year. What does distribution mean? It means smart money, institutional money that manages other people's money, has been selling it to sometimes the retail traders like you. Don't get bamboozled. Don't marry a bad trade. And let's look at one more thing here to take into consideration. The sectors. What I mean by that is the broad market sectors. The US dollar is declining. Momentum's down, took out the low of last week. That means you pay more dollars for the products and services you want. Is that considered inflation? Are people telling you it as a different name to not preferring you? Maybe those talking heads need to be corrected. Bitcoin also took out the low of last week, declining, as many cryptocurrencies are. We already talked about the S&P 500. The 30-year bonds inside candle hasn't taken out the high of last week yet. And crude oil, we made a higher high than last week. And what is crude oil? Crude oil is a commodity, and all commodities are priced in US dollars, and most commodities trade inverse. So when the dollar gets cheaper, commodities go higher. So I just showed you the dollar went lower and crude oil is going higher. Is that considered inflation? Ask your elected lawmakers, ask your talking heads on TV. Many of them are saying there's zero inflation. They must live in a gated community, disconnected, or on their boats or private airplanes, disconnected from the working class. Gold, new high for the week. Momentum's to the upside. Again, gold is commodity. Commodities priced in US dollars. The commodity's going higher. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video. And please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel. By going below and clicking on my PayPal link, you can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.